Check one, check one. Let's see if we finally got this thing going and did we get a chance to get it going right. I always like to do a check one, check one. So let me go out there and see if I'm even getting any type of signal. For those that don't know, I'm currently on travel, by the way, and I said, you know what? It's possible. We can do this thing like we really can if we stay focused. So let me look here and first see what I'm seeing here. Okay, it looks like we're trying to go live now, which is good. Let me just see. Let me see, share the group. And I'm going to give it a second just to make sure. Okay, it looks like the signal is holding up. Okay, looks like everything's working inside here. This is great. You know, when you travel sometime, you need to make sure that you got everything going the way you need it to, or that could be a problem. So let's just do a check one. Okay. All right, looks like, I'm not sure if you can hear me yet. Mic check. If you can hear me as you're out there watching and you're listening, do me a favor. Look right below the video, and just put "we can hear you." Just put "Shay, we can hear you." That'll let me know that you can hear me, by the way. Let me go over here. What's up, Sherry Wallace? Thanks for joining. What's up, Greta Dawson? Thanks so much for joining, by the way. Mimi Lau, what's going on? Good to connect with you. I've been fighting on here, Candace. I've been fighting on here, Jacqueline. I've been doing the best I can to get on. I'm on travel sometime. When you're on travel, it's kind of hard to make this thing work, right? Because you need internet connection. Now, how many of you have ever found yourself in a situation where you're just trying to do something and guess what? It ain't happening, Captain. But you know what? We keep on trying anyway. What's up, Dr. Pam Love Manning? As you can see, it looks like I'm getting here. Now, someone look right below the video. Let's put "Shay, we can hear you," because I want to have this frank conversation about sales mindfulness, because it's what helped me continue to push through. And this morning or this evening or this afternoon, no matter where you are, I need the Champions Creed more than ever, D. Bolden, because the Champions Creed says we keep trying no matter what, no matter what. And the hotel, the internet wasn't working. Then I couldn't get a connection. And I said, I'm going to try one more time. Have you ever told yourself that? Try one more time. What's going on out there? I see you, Greta. Okay, Greta says I can hear you. This is good. Mimi says we can hear you. This is good. That means the microphone is working. Jacqueline says, what's going up? I'm in Houston, baby. I'm in Houston. Loving Houston today, by the way. And I love my hotel room. I don't know. You guys can't see it yet because I'm trying to get started. And tomorrow night we'll broadcast from somewhere else. All right, now that I know you can hear me, thanks a lot, D. Bolden. Thanks a lot. Let's go ahead and get this thing kicked off. Let's go ahead and do it the way we like to get kicked off. Let's see if we can make this thing do it the way it's supposed to do it. We're going to get started in 5, 4, 3. What's up, Candy? 2, 1. What's going on, Cindy? Let's just see.
Please go ahead and give a big standing ovation for the one and the only Shay Brown.
Every morning in Africa, a gazelle wakes up and it knows it must outrun the fastest lion or be killed and eaten. Also, every morning in Africa, a lion wakes up and knows it must outrun the slowest gazelle or it will starve to death. You've heard it before. It doesn't matter whether you're a lion or a gazelle. When the sun comes up, you better be what? You better be running. That's right. You better be running. Life is about meaning, and meaning is about service. Isn't that the reason why we're all here? Isn't that what we're all searching for? 2013, the Peak Performance Institute was created. 5,000 clients who we've helped turn their idea into a reality, their reality into a business, their business into a movement, impacting 5.7 million lives around the world. Imagine that! My name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur, and welcome to the Happy Entrepreneur Network, the world's largest organization for the well-being of an entrepreneur. And as we always say, our mission at the Happy Entrepreneur Network, our mission is to inspire, empower, and provide resources for the entrepreneur to live a balanced life and execute their vision for the people they were called to serve. And our mantra. You know, I love our belief. Everyone should have a belief statement. Our belief is the results that show up in your life are just as important as the results that show up in your bank account. With that being said, let's get started. Well, it's a great day. Once again, my name is Shay Brown, and indeed, let's get started. I want to welcome all of you to the Happy Entrepreneur Show, the #1 business development and revenue focused late night show in the country. I want to say what's up to all of y'all who are out there, and I want you to know that sometimes you've got to keep on going no matter what. I just landed in Houston early this morning. Had less than an hour of sleep. Not that that matters, by the way, to you or to me, but sometimes you make a commitment to do something, you've got to do it. When you make a commitment to do something, you have to do it. We had an excellent show last night. It was amazing. It was incredible. And then this morning there was a few delays. Got on the plane. I was at the airport at 5 a.m. on a 6 a.m. wheels up flight. Landed and had to spend some time here at the Sponsorship and Profits Conference with no other than Roberto, who many of you guys had a chance to meet, and we had to get things set up. So it's been one of those days where things just don't go the way you want them to go. And then I said, well, I've got to do the broadcast. I was going to be interviewing someone, and it just didn't work out. But when you have a commitment, you've got to give it your best. And so I tried to get things set up. What's up, Monty? I tried to get things set up, and well, here's the challenge. I couldn't get the internet to work. Now, you forget how dependent we are on the internet. And yes, I'm in a hotel room right now. I'm relaxed. I'm chilling. I got my shirt on. What's up, Douglas Anthony Easy? He's in the house. Y'all going to hear from him this week. He'll be sharing the thought of the week. I can't wait to hear that, by the way. What's going on? None other than Stephen Youngblood. What's up, my man? Thanks for joining. Here's the point that I want to make. And I want y'all all to listen very carefully because, yeah, I'm obsessed. I got the t-shirt on today. I've been wearing it all day long, by the way. I haven't had a chance to go in there and shower. Not that y'all care about that. But here's the point that I want to make. And I want you to hear me very carefully. This is very important. That consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. And having said that, what do most people struggle with? Consistency, right? They struggle with being consistent. And as you're joining on, what's going on, Lee Wilson? I want you to think about in your own life. I want you to think about the goals that you have. I want you to think about the results you're looking for in your life. I want you to think about the results you're looking for in your business. And I want you to ask yourself, what area could you be more consistent in? Consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. And having said that, what do people struggle with? Well, they struggle with consistency. And so why do I tell that to you? Because I know that you are consistent. Even without the internet. Now, I can't operate without the internet. I could have went to my hotspot, by the way. And I could have worked on that, but I didn't. And so I had things ready to go. They weren't set up, and then I had to change location. I said, oh my gosh, what if I don't start right at the magical minute? Why do I tell you this before we get into sales mindfulness? How does this relate to you? What do I want you to take away from what took place with me today and the challenges that I had? And yeah, I was thinking about the Champions Creed. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Yeah, I'm walking around with the book because I made a commitment last night. Refuse to live talented and broke. When we talked about this last night or this morning, which way is the camera? I don't even know. Here we go. Can you guys put the camera this way? Thanks. Right, yeah, that's good. I think they can see it. Can y'all see this? Hopefully you can see it. Refuse to live talented and broke. Now, there's a couple levels of this. Refuse to live talented and broke. Refuse to live talented and successful, and talented and rich. And so I thought to myself, I said, I'm consistent, and I've got to be consistent. I've got to find a way. And sometimes in life, you just have to find a way. Here's what I want you to jot down in your notes, and we're gonna get started. Yes, we got a fantastic show lined up. Yes, I'm gonna be talking about sales mindfulness. Yes, I'll be talking about you being aware and more in tune. But first, do me a favor. All of my superstars, all of my happy entrepreneurs, all of you out there who are just ready to really make the next 24 hours the most impactful 24 hours you've ever had in your life. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to do just right now. Look right below the video, and I want you to put this in your notes. Write down, I am consistent. Just put down, I am consistent. Just hear me out. Put down, I am consistent. Hashtag, this is my year. I want you to be serious. This is a declaration. I want you to tell yourself. Look right below the video. Look right below the video. Now, I want you to write these words for yourself. I want you to write these words for someone else. Look right below the video. Look right below the video and write these words. I am consistent. Hashtag, this is my year. I was having a conversation with someone, and we were in the hallway of the event. And the person was telling me about the challenges they've had this year. And as the person was sharing with me the challenges that they had this year, they were telling me how they were going to adjust their goals and adjust what they had to do, which we all do, right? If you're going to have an event and people aren't coming to the event, you make adjustments. I get that. There's nothing wrong with that. But I asked this question. I said, in order for that to become a reality, in what area do you really need to be more consistent? I said, for myself, there's some things we're doing. We have a closed conference that's coming up. It's going to be amazing in a couple of months. It's the most incredible conference that I just love to do. We haven't done this thing in about 3 or 4 years. We're super excited about it. And I said to myself, what area do I need to be consistent? So I asked this person that, and the person hadn't thought about it. So I'm going to ask you for a moment to take a look at your goals. And I want you to think about one goal that you have. It could be in your life. It could be in your business. One goal. And ask yourself this one question. What's the one thing that I need to do? What's the one thing I need to do to be more consistent to get the result I'm looking for? What's the one thing that I need to do to be consistent to get the result I'm looking for? Now, I want you to ask that. Now, I'm going to get into mindfulness. We got some cool stuff. But first, I want you to write that down because this is important. I am consistent. Now I'm looking here as I'm looking down here. I say, hey, what's up, Lee Wilson? Thanks. I appreciate you joining, by the way. I see out there, Candy says, I am consistent. Hashtag, this is my year. Douglas says, I have been consistent for 20 years. That's the only way I stay successful. Douglas, thanks a lot for sharing that. J.S. Singh said, I am consistent. Hashtag, this is my year. Candy said, I am consistent. This is my year. What's up, Brandy Hunt? Thanks for joining, by the way. What's up, Classy? Thanks for joining. Look right below the video. Look right below the video, and I want you to write these words. I am consistent. This is my year. And then I'm going to introduce an idea to you. Now, you don't have to be obsessed. I know I have the word obsessed on my shirt right now. You don't have to be obsessed, but you must be consistent. But I'll tell you, the most successful people, they are obsessed. They're obsessed with their dreams. They're obsessed with the legacy they want to leave. They're obsessed with the vision they have for the people they were called to serve. They are obsessed. And yeah, they are possessed. I'm not asking you to get to that level right now. I'm only asking you to what? To be more consistent. I am consistent. Hashtag, this is my year. What's going on, Sharita? I'm in Houston. I know you're in Houston. I'm looking forward to connecting with you. Look right below the video. Look right below the video and put, I am consistent. This is my year. How true is that? So what I want to chat with you about and the conversation that I want to have is around a very important area to me. And that area is sales mindfulness. This is something that I'll be talking about, something I'll be sharing. I'll be sharing sales mindfulness, and I'll be sharing also this online sales theory, the new age of selling online. I'm really excited about it. It's a project that I've been working on. But first, let me just talk a little bit about sales mindfulness, because some of you may be hearing it for the very, very, very first time. First, for those folks that are just joining, I want to welcome you again to the Happy Entrepreneur Network, the world's largest organization for the well-being of an entrepreneur. And one of the beliefs that we have is that the results that show up in our life are just as important as the results that show up in our bank account. And when you think about that, you think about how the mission has to be in line. We're going to get to sales mindfulness, but about how the mission. And for those that are joining for the first time, thanks a lot, Brandy and Karen, and so many of you right now that are joining and sending me messages. The mission of the Happy Entrepreneur Network is to inspire, it is to empower, and it is to provide resources for the entrepreneur, that's you, to live a balanced life and execute their vision for the people they were called to serve. You only do this because you have a vision for the people you were called to serve. So you understand as you're watching what's going on, Charles, Realtor Life, thanks for joining, by the way. You understand that the results that show up in your life are just as important as the results that show up in your bank account. And one of the things that I like about what we're telling ourselves 7 times a day for the next 7 days, which I'll talk about, is that it gets results in your life. And when you're able to improve yourself, you're able to improve your focus, you're able to improve your mindset, you're able to take more action, then you will see bigger and better results in your business. Someone jot this down right below the video. What's up, Mario Reynolds, thanks for joining, man. Thanks for all the notes you've been taking as a digital note taker, and Annette, it's always a pleasure. Thank you so much. I want you to write this one thing down, and then I'm going to get into sales mindfulness. But jot this down in your notes, because I want you to hear this from my heart. I want you to hear where I'm coming from, because I shared this, by the way, and the person I shared this with today got a little offended. Okay, because they thought I was trying to tell them they've got to sell, and they said they're in business because they enjoy what they're doing, but yet they're struggling. And I wasn't trying to say they have to sell. I was trying to say they have to focus, right? And I was trying to say that being in this whole sales mindfulness area, which I'm going to talk about, it allows you to be in the present moment. It allows you to be focused based on where you are right now. And I look kind of yellow. Do I look kind of yellow? Why do I look kind of yellow here? This is interesting. I don't know why I look kind of yellow. Anyway, much better. Oh, that's much better. I think that's much better. I think that's much better than I was looking before. I think I was looking yellow. But anyway, sorry about that. Can y'all adjust that just a little bit? Yeah, I'm seeing myself. Oh no, I'm not looking yellow now. Okay, anyway, sorry about that. Let me get back in the present moment. You guys are like behind the scenes, by the way. When you're in a new environment, and let's thank the folks that are working behind the scenes to make this thing happen. Sometimes you're making an adjustment, and I'm more worried about how I look. Do me a favor. Do me a favor. If I look too yellow, if I look okay, just look right below the video. Look right below the video. I'm a little self-conscious because I'm trying to get this thing right, and I don't know. It's really weird, but because I'm sitting. Let's kind of show. Can you show them where I'm sitting? Yeah, it's okay. Like let's share. So I'm sitting in the hotel room. I don't know if y'all can see this over here, and this is the settings, right? So I'm over here, and I'm trying to. Whoa! I'm trying to get things right over here, and then he's over here. You're moving it too fast for him. You really are. Okay, put it right there. That's good. And then he's trying to move the other one to the side. Yeah, see, all of a sudden I look better. I think I do look better. Seriously. Anyway, someone says the curtain's behind me. Really? You think so? Okay. Anyway, I digress. Let me get back to what I'm talking about. Sometimes you get off track. You got to stay focused. This is what sales mindfulness is about. I'm more worried about looking yellow, and I'm asking if they can y'all make an adjustment. Okay, hold on. Seriously. Oh, seriously. Go over to me. Okay, hold on, man. this is bothering me. Gee whiz. Okay, hold on. Let's just see here. You guys are real time, by the way. Ooh. Oh, I look a little better. No, I think about right there is a lot better. I really do. But there was like way too much yellow. Okay, there you go. Give me a little sharpness. There you go. Can you make a brother look good? Can you make a brother look good? Make it look a little better. I think that's a little better. I don't think I look as yellow. Damn, gee whiz. I was feeling like I was yellow for a minute. No, seriously, I was. Okay, sorry. Tell me to get back. We're live. Like this is. You guys are behind the scenes. It's not perfect. Okay. Let me tell you this, and you might want to put this down in your notes. Sometimes you don't have to get it right. You just got to get going. Someone put this down in your notes. You don't have to get it right. You just have to get going. If I waited to get it right, I wouldn't be talking to y'all right now. And I would still be working on what I was working on earlier. You don't have to get it right. You just have to get going. Okay, good. Okay, they tell me I'm looking okay. You guys, thank you guys. I appreciate all of you who talk to me what I'm doing. Lyman says camera is focusing on curtains and that lamp is throwing your colors off. Oh yeah, that might be the case. Oh yeah. Well, I could always pull it back, can't I? How's that? There we go. Yeah. Oh, okay. That is so much better. I just feel better already. Oh my gosh. Oh, I feel so much better. Okay, let's do that. Oh, that's distracting. Okay. All right. I feel better already. They're working on the lighting over there. We didn't. Okay. Thanks a lot, Lee Wilson. Douglas said you're all right, bro. All right. Thanks a lot, Douglas. Okay. I appreciate that. Verna said it's better. Annette says something. At least you can hear me. All right. Cool. Thank you all for your feedback. I appreciate it. So I was talking to this person about being consistent, and when I was asking you to write down in your notes, and this is so important. I look so much better. It really does. I was asking you to put this down in your notes, and I want you to put this down in your notes. You don't have to get it right. You just have to get going. Jot that down in your notes. You don't have to get it right. You just have to get going. Put this down in your notes. Like, look right below the video. Look right below the video, and I want you to write these words. You don't have to get it right. You just have to get going. Let me say it again. You don't have to get it right. You just have to get going. So what does that mean for you, for where you are? Maybe like I was earlier. Maybe like where I was earlier, where we were trying to get set up. We couldn't get the internet. I wasn't sure if the lighting was right. And so I kept kind of delaying to get going. And then I said, well, maybe tonight's just not the night. The internet's not working. Then we finally got that working. Then the speed wasn't right. And then we connected it to another source to get boost more power so y'all can get a better connection on the other side. But think about this. I remember when I first started my business, I was told that nobody would want to really work with anyone that was really just focusing on sales. And that was a dirty word. People were going to think of me as a used car salesman. It was something that they weren't interested in. It wasn't the right time. When I ran out of money and I found myself having my car repossessed, when I found myself going through a divorce, when my wife left me, when I found myself with my kids living with me, and I had to go file bankruptcy. I mean, so much that was going on, and I was just told this is not the right time. You should get everything in order first. And there is a time and place to do that. I understand that. But if I had listened to them, and I'm not saying that's your story, but if I listened to them, I would have never got going. So sometimes you don't have to get it right. You just have to get going. I'm talking to you right now. I don't have my fancy smancy mics plugged up. There's no boom mic overhead. There's nothing. And I'm talking into an Apple MacBook Pro computer, and it looks like you can see me, right? And I don't have the other two fancy cameras up, and it looks like you can see me. I've got two cameras going on. So sometimes you don't have to get it right. You just have to get going. I want you to think to yourself, in what area of your life have you been procrastinating in? In what area of your life, if you took this step, things would be better for you? Think about that for a moment. I want you to think about that. For those folks that were out there and they put you don't have to get it right, you just have to get going. Thank you so much. That is so important. I appreciate you joining. What's up, Dan Thomas? Looking forward to connecting with you. What's up, Harvest? Annette put you don't have to get it right. You just have to what? You just have to get going. All right. So with that being said, let's get into this discussion around mindfulness and the importance of mindfulness. And the reason I wanted to have this conversation is that when you focus on your mindfulness in your sales, you will be more present in the moment. And you're going to be happier and you're going to be more effective. Now, I don't know if you know about mindfulness, but mindfulness is a state of being. Mindfulness is where you are aware of the future, but you're anchored in the present moment. Let me give you the Shea Brown remix. I'm trying to break it down in a way that you can walk away with what this means, what it's going to look for you, and how I'm going to connect it to you being more happier, and then how I'm going to connect it to you at the end of the day, really, I mean, in all seriousness, being able to answer the one question, which is how can I take what I have right now and do a better job? What's going on, Albert Watkins? Thanks for joining, by the way. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. So the conversation that we're going to have, just you and I'm going to walk through this and we're going to have a little fun and then we're going to get out of here. Hey, Yolanda Morton, thanks for joining. The conversation we're going to have. Someone hit the share button, by the way. Someone hit the share button. Pay this message forward. This is only a conversation for entrepreneurs, for business owners, folks who want to be happier, they want to make more money, and they also at the end of the day want to what? Achieve their vision. We're going to talk about why mindfulness in sales will make you more happier and more effective, and it can help you really focus And yes, it's going to help you get more sales. Now, let me give you the definition of mindfulness once again. And this is very important. And I want you, as you're listening to that, what is your definition of mindfulness? And if you're hearing it for the first time, that's fantastic. But mindfulness means that you are aware of the future, right? So you're aware of the future, but you're anchored in the present moment. Someone jot this down, I'm going to say sales mindfulness. Sales mindfulness. Jot this down in your notes. You are aware of the future. You're always aware of what's happening in the future. You're always aware of what's going to happen, but you're anchored in the present moment. You live in the present moment. Someone do me a favor. Just write that down for a moment. Just put that one definition so we're all on the same place. Let me put this down. I'm going to maybe I should pull my notes up for you guys, and then maybe I'll help you walk through the notes. So go ahead and jot that down. Sales mindfulness. I lost my internet connection over here. I got so much going on. Okay, sales mindfulness is you are aware of the future, but you're anchored in the present moment. And so you are aware of what's going on in the present moment and what you have to do. Now, Shay, why is that important? Shay, why is that important? Talk to me. Because mindfulness is a state of being. It helps us focus by returning to the present moment. And I'm going to talk about how to do that, because some folks think it's all about meditation, and that is mindfulness. Some folks think it's all about you just something that has to do with all religion, and that is not the case. That is not the case. You can apply it to what? Sales. And so you might be thinking, but Shay, why should I even care about this conversation? Because I want to make sure this conversation relates to me. How does it help me? You just give me a moment, and I'm going to walk you through that. But first, that's just the first point that I had to make sure that you are aware. Now, some of you, what's up, Ken Dunn? Some of you are aware that mindful of the trend that's going on right now. And there's a trend in business. And the trend is, you know what? Sometimes when it comes to this mindfulness things, that people are too hokey pokey, and they're just thinking about, relieving their stress or relieving their emotions. And I'm going to talk to you how I just had a conversation with someone, and we talked about sales mindfulness. I said, again, just today when I arrived in Houston, and I said, yeah, I'm aware of that. I said, but even more important than that, even over and beyond that, it is how do I do something and do it a little bit better. Let me say this again. And this is what I said to the person that I think at the end of the day truly offended them. And the analogy I used was this, and hopefully if this offends you, I'm sorry, that's not what I want to be. I'm not trying to do that, but I want you to hear where my heart is coming from. I taught them this theory. It's called baseline strategy. What's going on, Dwayne? Baseline strategy. Now, your baseline is everything you're doing today to produce the results you're producing a day on a monthly basis. Now, you pay attention because you can use this, and you can use this and train your team. Some of you, this is trainer content. You take it for yourself and then you teach it to someone else. So I said baseline strategy. Write to someone, baseline strategy. Your baseline is everything you're doing today to produce the results you're producing a day on a monthly basis. Here's what the baseline strategy says. You add one new idea. So if you are generating $10,000 a month based on your baseline, let's say you're earning $10,000 a month in your business, your baseline is everything you're doing today to produce $10,000 a month. Hear me, Douglas, hear me. So it's the number of phone calls you're making, okay? Hear me, Karen. It's your online prospecting systems. Hear me, Dwayne. It's the type of network that you're building. This is so important. Pay attention to that. Pay attention. It's everything you're doing today to produce the results you produce today. It's what you're saying, how you're saying it, and when you're saying it, right? Got it, Shay. So the baseline says keep doing everything you're doing today because it's producing what? $10,000 a month. And then you add one new idea. You're doing $10,000 a month, one new idea. You implement maybe one new strategy. You do something a little bit different, and thus you raise your baseline up. You raise your baseline up by doing that. Now, part of the purpose of your subconscious mind, and I want all of y'all to listen, all of my happy entrepreneurs, all the folks who listen to the podcast right now, all the folks right now that are listening online, all the folks that are listening even through the power right now of the syndication. what is one thing that you can do right now in your business to raise your baseline and thus improve the results you're improving right now? Now, maybe some of you are thinking about your life. I understand that, but I'm really talking about business right now. This is getting results in your business. So you can still pay attention, and there's some things to empower and inspire you. But this conversation is about being obsessed with getting results that is being consistent in your business. So here's the question, because part of the purpose of your subconscious mind is truly to answer whatever question you ask it. So I want you to ask yourself right now, what is one thing that I could do right now in my business to raise my baseline? So Leroy, I want you to look right below the video. Douglas, look right below the video. Karen, look right below the video. Annette, look right below the video. All of us entrepreneurs, let's all right now, let's take what's in our head and let's pay it forward. And I want you to look right below the video, and I want you to share one idea, one strategy, or one key thing that anyone can do to raise their baseline in the area of revenue in their business right now. So this is all of us contributing. This is all the tribe coming together. And then I'm going to anchor it. I'm going to anchor it to an idea that I have, but I don't have all the ideas. We all have ideas. We all can help right now. So you look right below the video. You look right below the video and write down what is one idea, just one thing that you can do right now. So go ahead. You do that right now. And if it's prospecting, put down you can prospect more. If it's you can ask for referrals, put down you can ask for referrals more. If it's let me see. If it's you can be more consistent, put down you can be more consistent. I want you to put that down right now, right below. So as I'm looking right now, Dwayne said baseline strategy. I see that. Candy said you can call more, you can make more phone calls. I see that. You look right below. You look right below. What's one thing? And it might not be for you, but I want you to pay this forward, and I want you to help someone else. I don't want us to kind of hold it all to ourselves. I want us to pay it forward, okay? So I wanted to have a conversation. It isn't going to be around sales mindfulness, but first you put down. Now, Annette Smith put down building a relationship with your clients. Okay, for some of you, now that might be one idea. I like that. Salim Jackson, what's up, Salim Jackson, said prospecting. So for some of us, maybe we just need to really focus on getting more prospects, right? Because if we generate more prospects, we're going to make more money. Got it? We're going to impact more people. Got it? We're going to have more meaning in the world. Got it? Thanks a lot. Christy Anderson said follow up. Lee Wilson. Now, I like Lee Wilson. I like all of you who are contributing because it's not about me, it's about you. Lee says, I need to follow up with previous customers to raise my baseline. For some of you, it's technology. I get it. Dan Thomas said collaboration with other people. I get it. Thanks a lot, Dan Thomas. I appreciate that. Patsy, welcome aboard. Chantel, welcome aboard. The question we're asking right now is, what is one thing that we can do in our business to raise our baseline and thus produce a higher result? Now, with the person I was talking to, I started talking about sales mindfulness. And the person said, wait, I don't want to hear that. And I said, well, wait a minute. I hadn't even got started yet. You tell me you don't want to hear something. And let's say right now that you can do one thing, and I'm trying to share it with you. Now, some of you put some ideas down below, and maybe you have an idea below. If you have an idea below, you can go ahead and write down your idea as well, because this is not about just the ideas I have. It's about ideas that all of us have that we can use right now in our business. And this is the statement that I said. And I want you all to listen and write this down. Someone do me a favor. Look right below the video, and I want you to write just one idea down right now. I like what Kim Wilson said. Give away a discount for a short period of time and invite them to work in. We do that. Some of you are part of the Happy Entrepreneur Network, and those folks that were able to join, you join today, we give you an extra 30 days. I mean, it's just some fantastic stuff you can do. I love what I'm hearing. And here's the point that I made to him. And the person got totally upset with me, Candy. Seriously. Dwayne said marketing. The person got totally upset because I made this one statement. And I'm going to make it now. If it offends you, I'm sorry. But if you're a business owner and you understand that sales helps you develop the resources necessary to support the vision you have for the people you were called to serve, without sales, you don't have resources. There are no resources. You can't do some of the things they're talking about below. You can't go hire marketing. So here's what I said. I said, if you can't focus on your sales, you can't be in business. Hashtag sales visionary. If you can't focus on your sales, you can't be in business. Hashtag sales visionary. For all of my sales visionaries, I see you, Nestle Croft. Thanks for putting that comment down. For all of my sales visionaries, for all of my people that are out there right now, do me a favor. Look right below the video. Look right below the video as you're tuning in right now. And I want you to do this. Write these words right now. What you see on the screen, write those words. Can you still see it? Good. Put, if you can't focus on your sales, you can't be in business. Just go ahead and jot that down right now. If you can't focus on your sales, you can't be in business. If you can't focus on your sales, you can't be in business. Hashtag sales visionaries. And for some of you, you don't really have a problem in your business. For some of you, you just have to focus on sales. So someone write that, look right below the video, and just write those words. If you can't focus on your sales, you can't be in what? Business. So it's all really about what you focus on, because you get what you focus on. I see Vanessa said, if you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. And what I'm going to pull back the big black curtain to do is help us really focus on the one area that we know helps us develop the resources that we need in our business in order to move forward. Dwayne said, if you can't focus on your sales, you can't be in business. And so the person got offended, and then I moved the conversation. I shifted the conversation back towards sales mindfulness. I said, well, give me a moment, please. Give me a moment. Because when you focus on sales mindfulness, you improve your creativity and you improve your productivity. Let me say that again. When you focus on sales mindfulness, you improve your creativity and your productivity. Now, this is important because today I was struggling. But when I got anchored back in mindfulness and sales mindfulness, my creativity said, okay, we can set up like this. We can do it like this. I can't do it in a hall right now, but I can do it in here, because sometimes you have cameras in a hotel, they will shut you down. They will like shut you down, buddy. You just can't go put up cameras no more in hotels unless you're very discreet. And I'm not just holding sometimes my iPhone in front of me when I'm communicating with you, right? Kim, I see you. Matthew Mute, thanks for joining, by the way. If you can't focus on your sales, you can't be in business. If you can't focus on your sales, Chrissy, you can't be in business. Lisa, if you can't focus on your sales, you can't be in business. Jacqueline says, I've got a prospect. So sales mindfulness, I'm going to break this thing down in the next 2 or 3 minutes. We're going to go rapid fire, but I want you to put this down. I want you to understand. This is very important. Sales mindfulness improves your focus, your creativity, and your productivity. Someone put that right down below the video. Just make that note. All my digital note takers, by the way, write this down right now. Sales mindfulness helps you focus, helps you be more focused. Helps your focus, your creativity, and your productivity. Helps your focus, your creativity, and your productivity. Sales mindfulness helps your focus, your creativity, and your productivity. Be mindful with me right now. Be in the present moment with me right now. Go ahead and jot that down right now in your notes. Someone look right down in your notes. Look right below the video. What's up, Denise Jenkins? Look right below and write this down. Sales mindfulness helps my focus, my creativity, and my productivity. Write that down. Don't miss that note. Look right below the video and put that down. Because you have day-to-day activities. You have things that are going on right now. And without that, then it's very difficult for you to achieve what it is that you're looking to really achieve in your business. So that's why we're having this conversation around sales mindfulness. That's why I'm talking about it. That's why I'm so passionate about it. That's why this person, although they said I offended them, that's why I said, you know what? Look, man, just give me a moment. And he told me, he said, you're offending me. You act like I don't know that, Shay, that you need sales. You act like that. I'm thinking to myself, it's serious, but it's not that serious. This is a real conversation. I had it today. They're probably watching right now. I didn't mention the person's name. It's okay. And I'm not putting anyone on blast. That's not what I'm doing. I'm making a point, because if you're listening right now, you're thinking, I got to raise my baseline. I got to my income. I got to improve my business. I've got a vision for myself. I want to leave my job. I got a vision for myself. I want to be able to hire a nutritionist coach. I got a vision for myself. I want to take more vacations. It's going to take resources. I mean, it's legitimately going to take resources. Or maybe you have a vision for your loved ones. And in order for you to achieve that vision for your loved ones, send them to a school of their choice. Maybe pay for insurance for your mom or your dad. My mom was sick. She was in the hospital for 10 days recently, and she's okay. She's out. God's blessed her, and I'm really excited about that. But it felt good to be able to step away. It felt good to be able to take care of your mother and know I could write that check. Some of you have a vision for your loved ones. So you're a sales visionary. Some of you have a vision for the people you were called to serve. I'm called to serve entrepreneurs. I've been given this gift to help empower, to help inspire, and to provide the resources necessary so that it can support their vision, so they can develop their vision, and then they can deliver their vision for the people they were called to serve, because the vision they have is much bigger than themselves, and they can't do it by themselves. You're a sales visionary. No, you are a sales visionary. You are a sales visionary. A sales visionary understands that sales helps you develop the resources necessary to execute the vision for the people you were called to serve. So that's why we're going to talk about sales mindfulness, Jacqueline. That's why it's important. That's why we're going to have this conversation. If it's not for you, I'm okay with that. This is not, you might not be jumping up and down, you might not be shouting, but I'm going to tell you, on the call yesterday, on just the recent broadcast, because I don't know when you're going to see this, we had a conversation last night. And this is a book that we'll be talking about coming up shortly, and it's Refuse to Live Talented and Broke. I refuse to live talented and broke. And we had none other than my man Delano Johnson on here. The book has Dr. Miles Monroe. I mean, we're very, very fortunate. He talked about that yesterday. And we all made an affirmation. Many of you who were on here made an affirmation. Some of you weren't on here yesterday. Venus said, vision for myself to help the people that I'm called to serve. Jacqueline says, sales gives us the resources to serve the people we were called to serve. Candy puts sales mindfulness increases my focus, productivity, and creativity. That is so true. Thank you for all the note takers. Yolanda Morton said sales mindfulness helps you focus your creativity, and your productivity. We made a declaration. If you didn't, we're gonna make that declaration in a minute, and then I gotta get doing some teaching. I gotta do some teaching. But that conversation just threw me for a loop. I mean, you can say I'm still I try to be the most positive person in the world. Maybe I shouldn't even say this because I know this is recorded, but I don't care. I try to be the most positive person in the world. I really do. But that just blew my mind when the type of conversation we were having, and I'm introducing a concept that's a new conversation for this person, a new revelation, and in their mind, the only thing they could think is that I was offending them and like I was calling them stupid because they don't know that they need sales. Without sales, they're not going to stay in business. And yet, I'm trying to share a technique with them. Yeah, that bothered me. Anyway, I'm gonna get on. Sometimes I'm gonna move on because this is not about me tonight. It's all about you. And so let me focus. Before I do that, let's all make a declaration. This is something that we're telling ourselves 7 times a day for the next 7 days. We started yesterday, and my promise was it was going to be our mantra. It's going to be a belief. It's going to be something that we want to have in our head. And some of you don't need to do this. Some of you yesterday said, Shay, I'm all in. And we said 7 times a day for the next 7 days, we're going to say this affirmation. I refuse to live talented and broke. I refuse to live, can they see that? I refuse to live talented and broke. I refuse to live talented and broke. Do me a favor. I want you to look right below the video right now. Look right below the video. And I want you to write these words right now. Just write these words. Look right below the video and write, I refuse to live talented and broke. Hashtag I am enough. You're enough for where you are right now. I'm going to give you an idea on sales mindfulness. We're going to go through it pretty quickly. But first, look right below the video. Look right below the video and write these words. I refuse to live talented and broke. Hashtag I am enough. I refuse. This is the affirmation. We're going to tell ourselves this 7 times a day for the next 7 days. I refuse to live talented and broke. Hashtag I am enough. And I love the quote that he put on the back of here, and it's so important. He says, look, this is Delano, good friend of mine, by the way, good brother, good friend. He's probably watching right now. He regularly watches. Being broke is not just a statement of financial lack. It is an indictment on our future, on our failure to convert our daily share of awesome opportunities into profitable businesses and meaningful relationships that last. You look right below the video, and if you hadn't wrote it, write these words right now. I'm gonna read this one more time. I refuse to live talented and broke. Hashtag I am enough. I refuse to live talented and broke. Hashtag I'm enough. Here's the quote he had on the back. Being broke is not just a statement of financial lack. It is an indictment on our failure to convert our daily share of awesome opportunities into profitable businesses and meaningful relationships that last. Look, we're on a mission. We're gonna change some things. We're gonna do some things. Then I'm gonna get into sales mindfulness. I can't wait. I gotta get going, don't I? Okay, I gotta get going. Okay, I know. Okay, let me pull it. I gotta get going. But first, before you show them that, let me just acknowledge my people who are out there that says I refuse to live talented and broke. Let me go back and acknowledge you, and then I'm gonna get into this whole sales mindfulness. I'm at the hotel. I'm rocking and rolling. I'm gonna acknowledge everyone who wrote this down, because this is our mantra. 7 times a day for the next 7 days, we're telling ourselves this. Shay, why am I telling ourselves this? Because if you're not talented and broke, that's fine. Maybe you refuse to live talented and successful. That's fine. Maybe you refuse to live talented and rich, because the end result is you're gonna leave a legacy. You're gonna give your money to other folks, and so. Maybe you had this experience. You're driving in a car. Your favorite song comes on. You start singing the words to the song. And the question becomes, when did you ever decide that you was going to learn the words to the song? And the answer is, you never decided to do that. You never made that decision. And that's what's going to happen. 7 times. I said it 7 times a day. Probably 10 to 12. Okay? Because at 7, it was around 3 or 4 in the afternoon, and I'd reached number 7, right? And so I kept saying it. I refuse to live talented and broke. Hashtag I am enough. I refuse to live talented and broke. Hashtag I am enough. And broke is a relative term. Broke is a relative term. It really is. And so for everyone that wrote that down right now, I refuse to live talented and broke. Hashtag I'm enough. Hit the share button. If you saw someone write that down, hit the heart. Hit the like button. Let's pay it forward. And then I'm going to get into sales mindfulness, because sales mindfulness helps with your focus, your creativity, and your productivity, because you are aware of the future, but you're anchored in the present moment and you are focused. And it's going to help you. All right, let me go ahead and acknowledge, if I can, a couple of folks who have taken on this challenge. And if you've taken on this challenge, let's look right below the video and says, I'm in the challenge, Shay. Just say, I'm in the challenge. Okay. Dwayne says, I refuse to live talented and broke. Venus says, I refuse to live talented and broke. Yolanda Moten says, I refuse to live talented and broke. I am enough. Mimi says, we refuse to live talented and broke. Salim Jackson says, I refuse to live talented and broke. I am enough. Chrissy Anderson said, I refuse to live talented and broke. I am enough. Omara Kim Wilson said, I refuse to live talented and broke. I'm enough. J.S. Singh said, I refuse to live talented and broke. I am enough. I am enough. Candy says, I refuse to live talented and broke. Jacqueline, I refuse to live talented and broke. Dr. Angela Barnes, what's up? I can't wait. She's like the original person that gave us a shot when no one would give us a shot. We would make mistake after mistake after mistake. She hung in there with us, and she's just incredible. She's a rock star. She's totally just super duper off the chain amazing. Thanks for joining. Katina Barnett, thanks a lot. Alberta Wilson, my man, said, I refuse to live talented and broke. Julie, I refuse to live talented and broke. Yeah. Madam, I refuse to live talented and broke. You're awesome. You're incredible. We're all in. I'm on a journey. I'm going to do it again tomorrow. Yeah, you're going to hear this every day, 7 times. You're going to hear this week. I refuse to live talented and broke. And we'll come back to this right here, because the opposite of wealth is not poor. This is a mantra. This is a core belief that we have as a company. We've been talking about the opposite of wealth is not poor. The opposite of wealth is underdeveloped resources. Let me say that again. Let me say it a little differently so you can hear it, so you can catch it, so you can feel it. Some of you are writing that down right now. You're digital note takers. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I appreciate you. You know how many comments I get from folks to go back and read the notes, and they thank all of you, say, wow, how much do you pay these people to do it? And I said, no, we're part of the Happy Entrepreneurs Tribe. We give, and one way we give is we take notes because it helps us hear it, it helps us see it, and we're writing it down, and now we're blessing someone else. And so let me say it again. The opposite of wealth is not poor. The opposite of wealth is underdeveloped resources. So Shay, what's the question? What's the question if the opposite of wealth is underdeveloped resources? And I understand that sales helps me develop the resources necessary, what's up Mario, to support the vision I have for myself, to support the vision I have for my loved ones, and to support the vision I have for the people I was called to serve. And if the opposite of wealth is not poor, the opposite of wealth is underdeveloped resources, then what's the question I need to ask myself, Jay? What's the question? Okay, how is this going to help me get the results in my life and the results in my what? You know our mantra, right? You know our mantra because we believe this. We believe that the results that show up in your life are just as important as the results that show up in your bank account, right? Well, you know that. The opposite of wealth is not poor. It is underdeveloped resources. So what are the resources you need to get the results in your life and the results in your business? And Shay, how do I get there? How does this show help me get there other than me hearing it? Then this is what I want you to say. We talked about earlier, I am consistent. We talked about earlier sales mindfulness, which I'm going to go through. I got to go through it, which I'm going to go through. But first, I've got to give you this one idea, just this one mantra, Christy, just this one mantra, Kalisa, just this one mantra, because the opposite of wealth is not poor. The opposite of wealth is underdeveloped resources. So the question is, what do I need to do? And here's what I'm doing. I'm doing it myself. I'm doing it with our clients. We're doing it as a company. We're doing it working with other people. And this is why I tell you to say this mantra, I refuse to live talented and broke. Here's what I lead you to. And here's your takeaway. And then let's get into sales mindfulness, because for some of you, it's the first time you hear me talk about it. Unless you've been to some of my one-on-one trainings or some of our behind-the-scenes training sessions or to our sales retreat, you maybe never heard me talk about it. At least publicly, I've never talked about it. And I'm not training all tonight. I want to talk about it and give you all the details. But here's the point. Here's the takeaway. Here's what I want you to write down below. This is what you need to do. The opposite of wealth is not poor. The opposite of wealth is underdeveloped resources. Shay, I heard you. Shay, I got it. It's going to be in my sleep. I'm going to hear it. Then what am I to do? I'm glad you asked. Here's what you do. I will develop my resources. Hashtag sales visionary. I will develop my resources. Hashtag sales visionary. I will develop my resources. Hashtag sales visionary. I will develop my resources, my mindset first. Hashtag sales visionary. You write this down. You put this right below the video. You jot this down. What's up, Lashana? You put this down right now. I will develop my resources. Hashtag sales visionary. Yeah, I'm going to develop my resources in my business. I'm going to develop my resources in my marketing. I'm going to develop my resources in the areas of technology. I'm going to develop my resources in the area of online selling. I'm going to develop my resources in the area of branding my business. I'm going to develop my resources in the area of being more mindful. I'm going to develop my resources in the area of taking more action. I will develop my resources. Hashtag sales visionary. If you're ready to make this your year, if you're ready to step into your greatness, if you're ready to do what you were called to do, what you've been given a talent to do, what you've been given a gift to do, if you're ready to execute the vision that you have, I believe from God, because I believe in God. So the vision, just like Noah in the Bible, he was given a vision by God for the people that he was called to serve. And then he had to go get the resources. He needed a hammer, he needed a nail, he needed wood. He had to build that boat with a community of people. So if you're ready to do that, I want you to look right below the video. I want you to make a declaration not only to me, but to everyone else. And why am I asking you to write this down? Why am I asking you to put this down? Because we'll often do more for others than we'll do for ourselves. Ha ha, I'll say it again. We'll often do more for others than we'll do for ourselves. So I want you to put this down right now. I want you to write this down. I want you to put this down. And here's what I want you to put down. I will develop my resources. Hashtag sales visionary. You put that right below the video. Jot that down right now. Don't miss that. You put that, you look right below the video. This is for my champions. This is for my happy entrepreneurs. This is for my leaders. This is for all of us that know that this is our year. This is our month. This is our moment. And that's not just words. We don't just say words to say words. We mean it. You make that declaration to the world that I will develop my resources. Hashtag sales visionary. Because you understand that sales helps you develop the resources necessary to support your vision, to develop your vision, and to deliver your vision for the people you were called to serve. And when you see someone write those words, and then I'm a train, but when you see someone write those words, put this right beside it. You put this right beside it right now. You hit the heart button, hit the like button. Say, I believe in you. See, as the Happy Entrepreneur Tribe, we're going to work together. We're going to support each other. This is not about Shay Brown. It's not about any one of us. Jessica, what's up, Jessica? But I will develop my resources. Hashtag sales visionary. The opposite of wealth is not poor. The opposite of wealth is underdeveloped resources. Vanessa said, I will develop my resources. Salim Jackson said, I will develop my resources. Jacqueline Fulton said, I will develop my resources. Dwayne says, I will develop my resources. Hashtag sales visionary. What's up? Edith Joyce Hall said, I will develop my resources. Good to see you again. Chrissy Anderson said, I will develop my resources. Hit the heart button for them. Hit the like button for them. Encourage them, because their mind might be telling me you can't do this, but they can do this. We're going to do it together. I refuse to live talented and broke. Ken Wilson, I see you. Madeline, I see you. I will develop my resources. What's up, Tony Coleman Brown? It's always a pleasure. It's been a while. We got to get together. It's been so long. I'm looking forward to connecting with you again so soon. You guys are all amazing. You're all incredible human beings. You're all doing so much in the world. You're making such a big difference. And here's the good news. You don't have to do it alone. You don't have to do it alone. The opposite of wealth is not poor. The opposite of wealth is underdeveloped resources. And that's why I had you write those words. I will develop my resources. Hashtag sales visionary, because we understand that sales, you're a sales visionary. We understand that sales helps you develop the resources necessary to support the vision. Without those resources, you can't do it. What good does it do if you can't communicate to the people you were called to serve? They don't even know you even exist. That's a challenge. It's not a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It just is what it is. That's what we're going to talk about, sales mindfulness. First, let's just take a moment. Let me go over and see Dr. Kenneth Thigpen. And then we're going to come back. I'm going right into sales mindfulness. We're about to go full steam ahead. It's showtime now, like you.
Hello, it's your girl, Dr. Kenneth Thigpen, also known as Dr. K, founder of Rise Women's Network. And Rise Women's Network is pleased to present to you hashtag Next Sister Up. I'm here with you today in the Happy Entrepreneurs Tribe to bring you your thought of the week. But first, can I just say I'm thrilled to be here with you in the Happy Entrepreneurs Tribe and to let you guys know that your tribe is absolutely amazing. And secondly, can I just say today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1st. And so your thought of the week is, let your aspirations become your realizations. Let your aspiration become your realization. You see, having an aspiration isn't enough. It's not enough to let our dreams come true. It's not enough to walk in our purpose and serve those that it's intended to serve. It's not enough to obtain those goals that we have. You see, an aspiration is just a want or desire. Now, do you know how many wants and desires that I have that I never do anything about, that never come to fruition? You see, that's no longer going to be you or me. You see, when we move from our aspiration to our realization, there's times that we need to understand there are some things that we need to leave and release, and there are some things that we need to step in and embrace. And some of those things that we need to leave and release could be fear, sorrow, or even procrastination. And some of the things that we want to step into and embrace can be faith, healing, and actually being proactive. Now, is it going to be easy? Absolutely not. Is it going to be worth it? Absolutely yes. You see, we're going to need to have a plan, take action. It's going to require us to put in the work and to remain focused. We're going to need to be persistent and patient. We're going to need to form partnerships and have support, and ultimately remain true to ourselves. You see, ultimately, it's about moving our desires to our existence or bringing life to our dreams. Now remember, I challenge you this week to let your aspirations become your realizations. My name is Dr. Kenneth, and I hope you have a great week. Take care.
I love Dr. Kenneth. She comes right in. She just pops in and shares it. Someone do me a favor. Let's just acknowledge Dr. Kenneth Thigpen. Look right below the video. And just write these words. Let your aspirations become your realization. Let your aspirations become your realization. And what she said I thought was so important was you got to put in the work. You got to put in the work. Now I know intellectually you know that. I get it. But that is so important. So do me a favor, look, just look right below the video right now. For all my note takers that are out there, we appreciate you. We love you. You're just rock stars. But look right below the video and just put, let your aspirations become your what? Yeah. Let your aspirations become your what? Go ahead and put it down. Let your aspirations become your what? Your realizations. Venus said you got to put in the work. You got to put in the work. You see, one of the things I know that I think is just so important. And this is what I want you to know. Let me see, did they put that up there? Okay, I didn't know. I thought you were talking to me right now. Okay, why salespeople need mindfulness. Salespeople often wear that pain and rejection like a badge of honor. And so it can be helpful when you're out there, when you're in sales every day, it's just you. And sometimes when you don't get the deal, you think about how you feel, right? And the culture of sales has always really prided itself on the challenge that we can deal with consistent, constant rejection. And we do teach rejection therapy, by the way, and I'm not going to talk about that tonight. But when that happens, you can get a deep sense of, like, I don't belong. And you need, as we're all out there, we need a dose of motivation to kind of help keep us going, to help us keep doing the things that we need to do. And so I think right now that it's no secret that selling for a living is incredibly stressful. And you might be thinking to yourself, duh, Shay Brown. Of course it's stressful. It's doubly stressful. In fact, you might be thinking right now as you're listening that how'd I get? Oh, you guys, I thought you had the camera on me. You might be thinking that I hate sales. I hate sales, Shay. You don't understand how much I even hate sales. And I get that as you're saying that. But I want you to know that if we don't manage the stress of selling, if we don't manage the stress of being an entrepreneur, and this is how sales mindfulness is going to help us, it can cause all type of effect to our health. And without our health, what do we have? Hypertension right now affects about 75 million Americans. And heart disease is the leading cause of death right now in America. So not only will sales mindfulness practice help you be more present when you're with your customers, not only will it help you be more present when you're dealing with your family, but there's also a plus that's going to help reduce your stress level as well. Now, I'm going to talk about that in a moment, but I want to talk first about why this whole sales mindfulness is important. As I was having this conversation while I was sharing it, because unfortunately, a lot of people, they're not focused that way. And when they don't focus that way, they find themselves in a position or a place where they just can't move the way they want to, and they're being held back from where they need to get to. So let's talk about how having a mindfulness drives sales success. You see, as sales visionaries, we have to engage with our own emotions on a daily basis. Think about when you get up and you've got to go meet a client. Think about when you have to make that phone call. Think about when you're sitting there and the person has the contract on the other side, or you're discussing an agreement. And so we have to oftentimes talk to ourselves daily, hourly, and sometimes minute by minute. Even right now while you're here, your mind might be like, hey, maybe I want to go watch TV, or maybe I need to go get on Facebook right now and do something else. But you're in here and you're in the present moment, and it isn't a better place for you to be. So we have so much stuff going around us that we've got to manage on a daily basis. I don't know, as an entrepreneur, another more stressful position as an entrepreneur that exists on the planet. Yeah, I get it that we have unlimited financial potential. I get that. But we need to do something to offset it. Now, if you're out there right now, you're listening, you're saying, you know what, Shay, it's showtime for me. It's showtime. I get what's going on. I get how this can impact me. I understand that. But it is showtime for me because, Shay, it's time for you to reduce my emotional stress. And when we talk about mindfulness, one of the things that it allows us to do is it allows us the opportunity to decompress. I'm going to talk through this because when you're present with your clients, when you're present with yourself, when your energy is focused in the right area, it does so much for us. Someone do me a favor when you're looking right below the video and just put sales mindfulness provides an opportunity just to decompress. And as you're listening right now and as you're watching, you might say, you know, Shay, that is so true. There are a lot of stressors in a day. Dealing with rejection, managing interaction with a lot of different people who have different personalities, being constantly reminded of how you stack up because you're looking at yourself in business, and sometimes we compare it to our revenue goals, and that can be overwhelming when what you do is not all about the money. It's about the meaning you're going to have in the world. It's not about the income. It's really about the impact. It's not about the dollar. It's really about the difference. So sales mindfulness provides an opportunity to decompress. Someone do me a favor. Look right below the video. Look right below the video and just write those words right now. The sales mindfulness gives me an opportunity to what? To decompress. Because at the end of the day, it's not about the money. It's truly about the meaning. And you can make a dollar and a difference at the same time. And as you're listening out there, you're thinking, Shay, that makes sense. Okay, I'm with you so far. And I hadn't even really been aware of sales mindfulness. We talked about earlier the importance of your baseline strategy and how you can add one new idea or one new strategy and produce a greater result. So right now I'm talking about sales mindfulness. For some of you, it's just that one idea. Some of you put down prospecting. Some of you put down using technology. Some of you talked about going for different clients and a lot of different things. I'm just adding sales mindfulness because this is something that doesn't cost you anything. You don't need to write a check. You don't need a Cash App transaction. You don't need a Zelle payment. This is something that you can do really just all by yourself. And that's the beauty of it. Look, when you you focus on sales mindfulness, you're going to have a better professional relationships. Now you're going to decompress. This is just a new idea. We're adding a new idea to your baseline. And I talked about earlier, I went through this whole mantra, how sales mindfulness helps you have more focus, more creativity, and more productivity. But I want to say it a different way. Because for many of you, you are in collaborations. For many of you, you are in communities. For many of you, you are in other networks. You are in other networks. And so mindfulness really provides more patience, more creativity, and collaborations to their interactions that you have with others during the day because you're focused in the present moment. We talked about earlier that the opposite of wealth is not poor. The opposite of wealth is underdeveloped resources. And you wrote, I will develop my resources, #SalesVisionary. And so the question I'm asking is, the one resource you can develop is your sales mindfulness to have better professional relationships, to be able to decompress. As you're taking notes and you're writing those things down right now, I want you to make sure you have that in your notes right below. You have that in your notes right below because that's going to be important. And if you're out there saying, you know what, Shay, it's just showtime for me. Like, it's just showtime. I'm all in. I'm jumping in with both feet, Shay. I'm all in. Do me a favor. I'm going to give you a special number to text. You're going to text the word showtime. It's just showtime. You're ready to show up for your life, as my man Andy Harika says. You're ready to own the day and own your life. Got it, Shay. And you know that today is your January 1st. Today is your January 1st. I always go through this mantra. Today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1st. And you know that it's showtime for you to make all that a reality. And you're going to be anchored. Do me a favor. Text the word showtime, baby. I like that. Text the word showtime. It's showtime. It ain't time to talk anymore. The big red curtain is going up. It's time to step on that stage of life and that big stage of business, and it's time to perform. Text the word showtime, one word. Text the word showtime to 202-999-3515. Let me give you the number again. I want you to hear me. I want you to hear me. Don't miss this. Text the word showtime to 202-999-3515. Now, why are you texting the word showtime? My good friend Andy Harika says you got to show up for your life. Showtime. You understand that the opposite of wealth is not poor. The opposite of wealth is underdeveloped resources. You're telling yourself, it's showtime. I will develop my resources. I will develop my resources. Or you believe in the mantra. One of our core values at the Happy Entrepreneur Network is that today is my January 1st. I get new opportunities. My past does not equal my future. And that today is my January 1st. Like, Happy New Year. You text the word showtime. You text the word showtime. Don't worry about it. You follow the instructions. You follow the instructions. You will develop your resources. You will show up for your life. It's time. Text the word showtime. Do it like right now. Like, open up your phone right now and put in 202-999-3515. Again, 202-999-3515, and text the word showtime. Text the word showtime. Text the word what? Showtime. All one word. Text the word showtime to 202-999-3515. You do it now. You do it now. Just follow the instructions when you get it. And let's go out there and let's go out there and make this your best life ever. Some people already put down showtime below. Venus put down showtime. Christy Anderson, I love it. Today is my January 1st. You know, if you believe that, and that's your statement, that's your mantra, that you are going to step up in your life, look right below the video, and put, today is my January 1st. That just feels good. Like back on December 31st, you were excited. There were some new goals. You were going to go to the gym. You were going to eat the right foods. You were going to be present in your relationship. You were going to be present with your kids. You were going to go after new clients. You were going to learn new technology. You were going to make sales online. You were going to build your sales team. And you were excited. And you know what? Those dreams are still there. Those resources are still there. So you can write, today is my January 1st. Your past does not equal your future. Someone said when you're going through hell, you keep going. You are a victor, not a victim. If that's you, you look right below the video. You look right below the video and write these words. Today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1st. I refuse to live what? Talented and broke, because today is my January 1st. You can start today and you can finish strong. Don't worry about yesterday. Start today and finish strong. Today is what? My January 1st. I love it. Today is my January 1st. Happy New Year to the whole Happy Entrepreneur Network. I love it. Joyce Edith said, today is my January 1st. Yolanda said, today is my January 1st. Stephen Youngblood, what's up? Douglas Tuff, thanks a lot for joining. Write down, today is my what? January 1st. Yeah, new opportunities. It starts. Sales mindfulness. You're going to develop your resources. One resource we're developing is sales mindfulness. And sales mindfulness helps you increase the attractiveness to your prospects, to the people you were called to serve. They are attracted to you. You're not pushing out. You are taking in. You're not pushing out. You're doing what? You're taking in. You're relaxed. You're energetic. People tend to be more attracted to people who are relaxed and energetic. It's why so many people love who you are today. The more open and positive we are, the easier it is to attract and start conversations about how you solve problems. Keep in mind this one idea, just as one concept. And it's a belief that we have, and a belief that we will continue to have. And our belief we have is you're more relaxed, you're more energetic, people are going to be attracted to you. This is so important. And this is one belief. And our belief is a core value. But our belief is that people will pay you today if you help them solve a problem today. that you are truly in the problem-solving business. So as long as you're in the problem-solving business, then you can help more people. You can make a greater difference in the world. And isn't that why you got in business in the first place? To be happier, to have more peace, and to really make a difference for someone else? Yeah. See, the opposite of wealth is not poor. The opposite of wealth is underdeveloped resources. And this evening, this morning, this afternoon, whatever time it is for you in the world, when I landed at this hotel, when I arrived here at this hotel, I told myself I had to get the resources. And then when I got going and the internet didn't work and I had to run from one room to another room and then come finally back to my hotel room and set up everything, and everyone's helped me put it together as fast as we can, and we were running behind, I could tell myself, I must do what? Yeah. I must develop my resources. So I'm using my resources. I was talking to someone today, and his name is Oren Checkmate Hudson. Oren Checkmate Hudson is amazing. The brother is incredible. He's one of the baddest chessmate people in the planet. He's here today. He's actually right in this hotel. And the brother's just bad. And one of the things that he said to me when we talked about the opposite of wealth is not poor, the opposite of wealth is underdeveloped resources, he said, Shay, Mike Tyson, and he quoted Mike Tyson. He said, Mike Tyson says, it's really all about mismanaged resources. I said, what did you just say? He said, Shay, it's all about mismanaged resources. He said, Shay, listen. Mike Tyson said, I had all the resources. I mismanaged the resources. Now, some of you who are believers like me, God has given you everything you need right now to be successful for where you are in your life. No matter what challenges you've been through, and I've had my own challenges in life, I get it. He's giving you all the resources. And now the only question is, will you develop the resources he had, and will you manage the resources that he had? So the opposite of wealth is not poor. The opposite of wealth is underdeveloped resources / mismanaged resources. See, the reason I'm talking about sales mindfulness is that I want you to understand right now that you have what it takes, and that you will be successful, and that this is your year, that this is your time, and that this is your moment, and together we're going to make it happen. See, I believe in you. I believe in every single one of you show up. I believe you're here for a purpose. I believe you're here for a reason. Otherwise, why would you be here? Now, what I started off before, and it means so much to me. Thanks a lot, Judith Hale, for putting that down. I appreciate that. Improve productivity. Now, sales mindfulness will help you improve productivity. Slowing down helps you to speed up. You hear me say oftentimes, you got to slow down and speed up. I love what I say. But a regular mindfulness practice helps you to boost concentration and focus. Now I'm taking it to another level. We start off with just, I'm going to focus. That's how I start off. Then I start off with just being consistent. I'm layering this on top of each other because I know for some of you, you're the superstars. I know for some of you, you're ready for another level. I know for some of you, you're ready to kick it to a whole nother place. And so, in the best that I can, I'm doing that right now for you. So, it helps you to boost concentration and focus, attention. Instead of being scattered among many different activities, you can prioritize. This leads to greater productivity, more done in less time. How cool is that? I love it. More done in less time. More done in less time. More done in less time. We all have 1,440 minutes in every day. I have the same amount of time. Oprah Winfrey has the same amount of time. You have the same amount of time. So if you're ready to get more done in less time, do me a favor. Just look right below the video. Look right below the video and put more time, more done in less time. Sales mindfulness, more done in less time. This is what this is all about. This is what this is all about. Venus says he's giving us everything we need. That is so true. Look right below the video. Look right below the video. What's up, LaShonda Milder? And put down more done in less time. Again, more done in less time. And the reason I had many of you texting Showtime, now some of you want to get the notes to this. I get it. You can text the word revenue to 202 202-999-3515. Text the word revenue to 202-999-3515. Once you text the word revenue to that number, then you'll get the notes, you get the business toolbox, and the special bonus gift. I can't wait to release that. The special bonus gift that we're going to share to you. So you look right below the video, and some of you putting more done in less time. Others of you are going right now to your cell phone, and you're typing in 202-999-3515, and you're texting the word revenue. Earlier, you text the word showtime. For those who are ready to show up for their life, you're ready to develop your resources, and you know that today is my January 1st, you text the word showtime. And others of you right now, you're just texting the word revenue. You say, Shay, I just want to get the notes for this. Yeah, I just want to get the business toolbox. Shay, I just want the special bonus gift. Text the word revenue. Text the word revenue right now. Text the word revenue right now to 202-999-3515 because you refuse to live talented and broke. I refuse to live talented and broke. Hashtag I am enough. I love it. Hashtag I am enough. This is definitely your year. This is definitely your time. There is no question right now. So let's talk about a few things that you can do as it relates to mindfulness, and then we'll go ahead and get out of here. We'll wrap this up. We'll bring this down the home stretch. But I want to share 3 mindful exercises that we can do on a daily basis. And this is something that you can do on a daily basis. I love it because it makes it really easy for you. It makes it simple. Of course, I'm going to always have some bonuses because that's just what I do. Someone do me a favor. You're taking notes. Hey, Chrissy Anderson, thanks so much. Clasina, thank you. Says more done in less time. I love it. I love it. Yolanda, I love it. More done in less time. Edith, this is it. This is it. We only all have so much time. So let me share like 3 exercises you can do, and one exercise you can do is just really right now is just to meditate. Take some time. Now, you may have heard this before. Maybe it's not a new idea. But meditation for some can be a little intimidating. If you never sat quietly with your thoughts, but you don't have to go on a week-long silent retreat to see the benefits. It's easy, and you can do this right now. Start or end your day with meditation. It can be powerful. Now, I love doing this. I have a hard time doing it. It's not easy for me. But if you can just invest 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes a day, and just go through a quick guided meditation, even 1 minute of concentrating on your breathing is available. And there's a lot of places you can do that. Some of you can go to Insight Timer or Headspace. Insight Timer or Headspace. Some of you are looking for tools that you can do right now. And meditation for you, it might not be for you. It's because meditation is not for everybody. But what I found is that when I can stop and I can tune in, and I can stop and I can tune in, and I can start meditating, my mind gets clear. My stress level goes down. Yeah. I said I'm going to give you 3, and I am. And I'm looking forward to connecting with you. So many of you are out there. I see, hey, we got Katisha Batiste on here right now. She's over in I think Guatemala. She's over in Guatemala right now, enjoying life, by the way. So, Kat, thanks for tuning in. We got folks over in Germany, folks in South Africa, folks in London, and of course, folks here in these United States of America. I love all of you here. I love every single one of you. Thank you. We are indeed a happy entrepreneur tribe. All right, we said we give them 3, and then I got to get out of here. I know I know many of you are on overtime. So, someone put down 3 exercises. Put down step number 1. Do me a favor. Put down step number 1. Wrong way. Put down step number 1, meditation. So 1 step was meditation. Some of you put down step number 1 was meditation. Drum roll. Step number 1 is what? Meditate. Step number 1 is what? Meditate. Someone put step number 1, meditate. Step number 2. Step number 2 is just mindful listening. Mindful listening. Mindful listening. Now, you know, mindfulness doesn't have to be a solitary activity. What happens when you take a common idea of listening a step further, if you think about it, then you are in tune with what people are saying. And this is something I learned as a sales professional, as a sales visionary, is that when you listen to another person, it helps them elevate their pain or be more connected. Now, I know it's not a new idea, right? And I struggle every single day. I try to say, oh, be here. People say, Shay, are you listening? Are you listening? It's hard for me, okay? I'm not going to lie. But when you can listen deeply and you can be there from a mindful perspective and you can be present with them, then it makes a huge difference. So when you ask about a prospect challenges and they share that they're suffering in their business or what they're experiencing in their business, just listen. From that, you begin to share back to them what they're saying. In that moment, trust is born. In that moment, trust is born. So Shay, you put down mindfully listening, and that's so easy to do, but it's easy not to do as well. I get that. But what's the point? Someone do me a favor. Just make this note right below. This is the note that I want you to put right below. Mindful listening builds trust. Mindful listening builds trust. Mindful listening builds trust. Mindful listening builds trust. I'm giving you these 3 exercises because, again, sometimes I want you to be excited. I want you to hear it, and I want you to know about it, but I also want you to be able to take a step and kind of move forward, okay? I want you to take a step and move forward. So mindful listening allows you to build a moment of trust. We're talking about sales mindfulness, and maybe you've never been in this conversation. So I'm glad you're here. Welcome to the Happy Entrepreneur Network. It's always a pleasure. I love it. Okay. Okay, so we did mindful listening. So now, let's go to the next one. The next one is keeping a journal. Now, I love using the 5-minute journal myself personally. It's an app that you can use. We'll see those. For those people that texted in the word revenue, we're going to see in the notes, and we'll see some tools you can use. But it's a simple tool, and it's easy to gloss over things that happen during the day. And I believe that when you're writing in a journal, it's a great way to identify and clarify your thoughts and feelings so you can respond appropriately. You can journal in a notebook, a phone app. I like to use the 5-minute journal. Some people like to use Evernote or a Word document. The goal is to bring awareness to what has happened, how you responded, and how you will act in the future. So you put down sales journal, my note takers. Step number 3, sales journal. And then put down the goal is to bring awareness to what has happened, how you responded to it, and, well, truthfully, how you want to respond in the future. And some people think just writing it down is all about, I remember I'm looking at it from a sales lens, so I'm looking at it from a perspective of how you're going to do it from a sales mindfulness perspective. And I get it. Some people, they look at it from just, oh, no, you write it down so people know about your day and you track your life. But at the end of the day, that's not really what it's all about. It really isn't. What it's really all about when you're doing it is it's really to bring awareness to what has happened, how you responded, and how you're going to respond in the future. And from a sales mindfulness, you got to think about it. You was meditating, you had mindful listening, and you were doing so much. But now you're coming to the other side. Now you're coming to the other side, and now you are journaling and putting it down. And you can journal before you go to bed. You can journal when you wake up. I found for me, the best time when I'm used the 5-minute journal is when I wake up. Okay? Because if I try to do it before I go to bed, sometimes I'm tired, I'm sleepy, and I'm trying to write some stuff down. I'm trying to remember what took place. What's up, Brian Daniel? Thanks for joining, my man. And so I find myself in a position that, I'm just not as effective. I mean, it's easy for me to do it in the morning. That's just for me. It doesn't matter. Just do it. It doesn't matter. Just do it. It doesn't matter. Just what? Just do it in a day. Because once you do it, you have everything that you need right there to be successful. Now, some of you're like, Shay, sales mindfulness. I just need to stay in this conversation, Shay. I mean, I'm liking what I'm hearing. I need to do this. If that's you and you want to get the notes and you want to be able to get a little more detail that I've taught on sales mindfulness, just text the word revenue. Text the word revenue. Text the word revenue to 202-999-3515. Again, 202-999-3515. We're talking on the topic of sales mindfulness. Again, sales mindfulness. And I love when I can step back and teach because it gives you an opportunity to do what you want. But the thing that I like most about this too is it allows us to have an emotional debrief that takes place. And this is really special. It's a little different, but this is a great tool. Now, if you never heard of emotional debrief, we're talking about sales mindfulness. I see you, Yolanda. Thanks a lot so far. Now we got some bonus stuff. We're getting to emotional debrief. What's up, Ghazi, out there in Phoenix, Arizona? Thanks for joining. Chrissy, thanks a lot. Emotional debrief. This is a great tool after your sales presentations with a prospect or you talk to customers. It's a common thing to do in business, and people debrief why their customers bought or why they didn't. And for an emotional debrief, simply ask yourself a few questions. So we're talking about emotional debrief, and a couple of questions you can ask yourself. Emotional debrief. Number one, how do I feel about what just happened? Number two, why did I act like I did in that situation? And number three, do I take away that with, do I want to take that with me into my next sales activity? So there's three questions that you must ask yourself for the emotional debrief. Now, this is a bonus. I wasn't going to do this, but we're here, so it doesn't matter, and you're here, so I'll give some bonus stuff. And this is something that we're going to teach for those folks that are in the Happy Entrepreneur Network. Emotional debrief, you're going to ask yourself three questions. I want you to notice 3 questions. Let me say those 3 questions. Let me hit this right here. Hope I didn't lose you guys. Let me see. This thing, I don't know if it's. I hope it's still playing. Okay, guys, it says always good to hear, big brother. Hey, thanks a lot. Okay, so you can hear me. Emotional debrief. How do I feel about what just happened? So how do I feel about it? Not who was right and who was wrong. How do I feel about it? Why did I act like that in the situation? And then number 3, do I want to take that with me into my next sales presentation? Those are powerful questions to ask yourself. Powerful people ask powerful questions. So the question is, when I'm doing emotional debrief, what am I doing it? Why am I doing it? And how does it benefit me? And the point that I wanted to make is that it's not about continuing to beat yourself up for a mistake or even bask in a win. More importantly, it's about identifying how your mind and your emotions behave, and then deciding how that will affect you moving forward or not moving forward. So it's not about beating yourself up or basking in a task. Emotional debrief, and I want you to know, and I want you to hear that emotional debrief is so, I can't talk about the importance of it. So it allows you to step back and kind of ask yourself those important questions. How do I feel about what just happened? Why did I act like that in the situation? And do I want to take that with me into my next sales activity? Now, the reason I'm stressing emotional debrief, the reason I'm bringing that up, the reason I want you to really understand sales mindfulness and why I'm really a little focused on it is that I haven't read anywhere yet. In all of my training, I don't know, I probably listened to 10,000 hours of audios. I've listened to, 10,000 plus hours of video. I've been to countless seminars. I don't know how many books I've read, 5,000 plus books easily. How many audios I've listened to. In all of my studies, and all of my training, and all the coaches that I work with, and all the money I've spent, I haven't heard anyone tell me, I haven't read anywhere yet, no study has come together that has said that when you beat yourself up, you do a better job. That's not the case. When you beat yourself up, you don't do a better job, okay? So this is not about a beat me up session. But one of the fundamental parts that I start off with is that the opposite of wealth is not poor. The opposite of wealth is underdeveloped resources. And so the question is, what do I need to do? I must develop my resources. Orrin Checkmate Hudson gave me the Mike Tyson quote. And he said, wait a minute, Mike Tyson said, I had mismanaged my resources. Some of you is about underdeveloped resources. You haven't even developed them up yet. Some of you have mismanaged the resources maybe that God has already given you, and that's okay. You get a fresh start. That's why today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1st. I love doing the emotional debrief because it allows you to step into an entirely different area. And so when you think about what mindfulness does for sales, mindfulness is really the mental state we reach when we focus our awareness on the present moment. Then one of the things I talked about earlier is that you must be aware of your future, but anchored in the present moment. And so we've got to be where we are. I think it was Stephen Covey says, wherever you are, be there. Wherever you are, be there. And if we can do that, it just makes a bigger difference. Now, I know some of you are tuning in. Some of you want the notes. Some of you want to get the toolbox. I get that. You can go ahead and text the word revenue right now. Text the word revenue. You want to get the notes. You want to get the slides because you want to be able to hold on to this. Text the word revenue to 202-999-3515. Again, 202-999-3515. Get the notes. Get the business toolbox. But you must take action. You must text the word revenue to 202-999-3515. Again, 202-999-3515. We're coming down the home stretch. We're done in just a moment. When you use sales mindfulness, you're going to gain empathy. And, I don't want to just gloss over that like it's no big deal. Because whenever you do this, everything you do is a big deal. And then last, what I want to share with you is you're going to lose the stress. And I know for some of us, that's what it's really all about. It's about reducing our stress and being able to help more people a lot faster than we're helping folks right now. And then, so Shay, what does that lead us all to? Well, that leads us to walking in a mindful sales path. And when you bring mindfulness into your sales activities, you'll notice qualitative and quantitative benefits. These changes might not happen overnight, but you just stay with it. I shared that I know personally that my meditation practice has led to a deeper, more connective level to my clients. I consistently have clients that tell me, I feel so much better after we've talked. I feel so much better after we've talked. And I'm certain this is a direct relation to my sales mindfulness walk. It's a powerful tool, but one that requires you to put a little effort in the first. It's like anything else in life. And I know I don't tell you this is not a new idea, but it's so important. It's like learning to run. I'm a marathon runner, and I've run 5 marathons. I've run countless half marathons and 5Ks, 10Ks. It's not about running, but one of the things I know, maybe you can apply it to swimming. You can apply it. And I always look at things that are related to running, because that's just what I do, or cooking, because that's what I do. So we could talk about running. We could read a book about running. We can watch videos about running. We can sign up for mastermind groups about running. We can even create videos about running. But until we go out there and put one foot in front of the other foot, in front of the other foot, in front of the other foot, nothing happens. And so what I'm going to encourage you to do is to take action. I believe that the universe rewards people who take action differently than those that don't. And at the end of the day, when you use mindfulness and you make mindfulness a focus of where you are, then the magic will happen by itself. With that being said, here's where I like to close. Here's what I like to share as we close out. We're done. But I want you to know that sales mindfulness will create the biggest impact in your business. It will help you develop the resources that you need. The way I would like to close out is I want you to look right below the video. We told ourselves we would say this mantra 7 times a day for the next 7 days. And we're going to do that. And so I want you to look right below the video. Even if you did it before, you're going to do it again. And I want you to put, I refuse to live talented and broke. I refuse to live talented and broke. Hashtag I am enough. You're going to write that right below. I told you to tell yourself that 7 times a day for the next 7 days. 7 times a day for the next 7 days. 7 times a day for the next 7 days. I refuse to live talented and broke. Hashtag I'm enough. I refuse to live talented and broke. Hashtag I'm enough. You look right below the video, and you write those words. I refuse to live talented and broke. I refuse to live talented and broke. I refuse to live talented and broke. Hashtag, what was the hashtag again? What was the hashtag? Hashtag sales, hashtag I am enough. Now, when someone writes that right below the video and you see that, I don't want you to stop right there. I don't want you to stop right there and be like, well, Shay, that's not enough for me, Shay. That's not enough. No. I want you to hear it from my heart. Yolanda says, I refuse to live talented and broke. You know, Delano, I like that mantra because it lets us know we got to develop our resources. Let me.
I live in a city where there are more creative people per square mile than any other place on the planet. Question is, how many of them are successful? How many are just like I was, talented and broke? Being broke is more than just not having money. It's failure to turn opportunities into profitable businesses and relationships that last. My mother always said, people perish for lack of knowledge. A compass takes you in the direction of your destiny, but knowledge of obstacles and distractions will ensure you arrive safely. My mentor once said to me, if I had half your talent, I'd have 4 times my wealth. Since then, I made a promise to God. If he would help me unlock my earning potential, I would pay it forward and help others do the same. That's why I wrote this book, because God made us too talented to live our lives broke. And that includes you.
So the reason I had you write that down, I refuse to live talented and broke, hashtag I'm enough, because the answer to that, the why that, the question you ask yourself is, why do I refuse to do that and what am I going to do? Here's what I want you to put down. Why is that? Because today is my January 1st. I get a new opportunity. Today is my January 1st. I will develop my resources. Today is my January 1st. I will live talented and rich. See, today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1st. We're done. We're out of here. But you look right below that video. If someone puts today is my January 1st, hit the heart button. Hit the like button. Hit the heart button right now. Today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1st. I'm going to get a t-shirt that says today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1st. Today is my what? January 1st. Hashtag sales visionary. You got a vision deep inside of you. It was given to you. It's a burning desire for the people you were called to serve, for your loved ones, and for yourself. You put down today is my January 1st. What's up, Ingrid? Today is my what? January 1st. 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 So I get a new opportunity. I get a new start. I get to show up for my life. I get to show up for my business. I get to show up for the people I was called to serve. It is showtime. Today is my January 1st. Look, happy new year to every single one of you. For those folks right now that you know that today is your January 1st and you know it's showtime, just text the word showtime. Text the word showtime. Text the word showtime to 202-999-3515. Unlock the secret gift. Unlock the secret gift. The big red curtain is going up. It is the lights are now coming on. You're stepping into your destiny. You're stepping into your greatness. You're stepping into your purpose. Today is my January 1st, baby. Today is my what? January 1st. Today is my what? January 1st. Today is my what? Yeah, January 1st. This is your time. I believe in you. Because today is your January 1st. Yolanda put today is my January 1st. I will develop my resources. Chrissy said today is my January 1st. Chrissy Anna says today is my January 1st. Sylvia, thanks for joining. With that being said, you're amazing. You're incredible. And I know for every single one of you, the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. The best is what? The best is yet to come. With that being said, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone, and I promise you we'll make some good things happen. We connect again next time. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching the #1 business development and revenue late night focus show in the country. Thanks for being part of the Happy Entrepreneur Show. We appreciate you. We love you. You're amazing. The Happy Entrepreneur Network is the world's largest organization for the well-being of an entrepreneur. I believe in every single one of you, and I know with 100% certainty, well, I know the best is yet to come. We got to go. Talk to you later. God bless, and I'll see you soon.
Please go ahead and give a big standing ovation for the one and the only Shay Brown.
And I'm here right now in this moment with none other than the one and only Dr. Willie Jolly. What's up, my friend?
It's a privilege and a pleasure and a treat and a treasure to be in your presence.
All right, Delator, we're going to get started. You ready, Delator?
I'm ready, friend.
You ready, Dr. Connect?
Ready.
None other than Andy Henriquez. And we have someone like a Dr. Sonia, who's a bad sister. All right, now, go ahead with your bad self. None other than the Kim Warren Martin.
That's the promise I made to my mom. I only did this message for one person, and that's my mom. This is for you, Mom. Love you. My name is Shay Brown, the happy entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Shay Brown.
Mic check, mic check.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
Yes. Yeah.
And they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win.
Thank you. God bless.